Yes, I'm just introducing Paul Atkins. He's a blogger and political commentator. Paul put up an excellent blog about the reality why trade unionists should not be giving any support whatsoever to the Banderite regime, illegal regime, by the way, unconstitutional in Ukraine.
Okay, well, I'm a retired teacher. Most of my campaigning. And first thing is, so the global context, in that the Ukraine war, I think, is the first part of the second phase of the wars for the new American century. First phase, war on terror, killed 4.5 million people as the United States tried to reassert its global dominance after the shock of 9/11. Just under 3,000 people died in that. So the ratio of deaths is more than 1,200 eyes for an eye as a result. The second phase is more dangerous, partly because they are weaker. Tim Scott, Republican presidential hopeful, says that he wants to increase military spending, invest massively in the military-industrial complex, so the US can fight wars simultaneously with Russia, China, and Iran. And so phase two of the wars for the new American century showed in a reckless preparedness to try to ride roughshod over clearly signaled red lines from Russia. They may have hoped that the Russians would roll over, but they haven't. And so here we are. And briefly, the way the war is presented in the Western media is Ukraine versus Russia, with the West helping out of adherence to human rights, self-determination, etc. And a lot of the left has bought into that in a display of stunning historical amnesia. Fighting this in the unions and elsewhere has to contend with a range of emotional identifications expertly choreographed by the media. Yeah, basically, the things that we have to fight here are the fact that most of the population watches the news, and if you watch the news, the stories that come out of Ukraine are designed to have emotional identification with the Kyiv government, essentially via the people, if that makes sense. Yeah, people here will be familiar with Fergal Keane. You just watch a Fergal Keane clip, and it's all emotional manipulation of a very, very professional character. For everybody else, human interest stories designed to prevent people understanding in a different point of view. And the people of Donbass and Crimea are erased from this altogether. They're just not dealt with at all. They don't exist. The last point is, where is all this going? Theo was saying at the beginning, it could be over within a few months. I'm not sure about that. I think it's very difficult, I think, for the US to back off.
Okay, so we've got a new development.